you have any motivations or any inspiration whilst you're working, whilst you're drawing?
Yeah, definitely other comic books. I mean, like I'm not doing it right now. I'm taking a little break from comic books to do video game concept work.
Oh, fantastic!
A lot of it is honestly to do my own stuff because I'm out of work. I'm done with work at 7 o'clock in the evening, and I have my weekend, so that's when I actually do my own stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not something that I had a lot of time to do when I was, on Marvel or DC books, because that's pretty much a 24/7. You get up out of bed, you go to your desk, and when you're tired, you sit down and When I inspiration would be seeing. I consider myself so fortunate that if I'm having a hard time with a comic book page, I take a break by reading the comic book.
Yeah.
And how great is that?
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fanboy as well. So I've always maintained that when I first got into comic books, it wasn't to draw; it was to just find a job in comic books.
Just be a part of the comic
Yeah.
books.
I mean, even now, I maintain that I love comic books more than I love drawing, like the actual practice of drawing. So, yeah.
Fantastic. That kind of makes more sense for another one, isn't it? Because one of the things that, these are all questions that were posted by some of the guys in our group.
Right.
They wanted to, I've just sat and watched you draw, so I kind of have an answer for this myself, but a lot of the guys wanted to know if you actually use anything whilst you're drawing, like say, would you pose an action figure to get like a certain pose for the art that you're trying to create, or does it all just come off the top of your head?
At least from the gestural drawings, like when you're doing the layout, it's best to not adhere too much to well, for me personally, like if I have these life-size anatomy models.
Yeah.
But if you're kind of approaching a page or whatever, kind of like as a, you kind of try to shoehorn the musculature into a figure. It usually doesn't work. It usually comes out really stiff, and that's something I'm recently learning actually.
Right.
Like beforehand, I'd be, for example, drawing the deltoid and the tricep connecting to the forearm or whatever, and I'd be thinking along those lines as opposed to just doing like a really, gestural drawing, like a really dynamic pose, and yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. So most of the time it is from memory, and then when I run into a problem, like how things might connect in a certain pose, then yeah, I definitely look at reference, be it like the actual anatomy figure, or just pictures on Google or whatever, like someone's punching, and I might look up punching, or something like that.
Yeah. Is it difficult to keep, say, continuity the same as well, or again, is that something that you find sort of fairly easy?
Continuity in what?
Say for example, like I don't really want to diss the guy, but say like Rob Liefeld. That guy can't draw feet or guns or anything the same on the same piece of paper, never mind on the same comic book.
It's definitely something that I try to do. Just because anything that's distracting like that, you're taking the reader away and you're kind of failing a little bit. It's definitely something I try to maintain, and it's something that I'm actually learning a lot of.
I think you do a fantastic job.
Sorry?
I think you do a fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
X-Force.
If I do anything where it's like, there's 2 stripes here and 3 stripes here, if it doesn't take you away from the thing, then, sometimes it is difficult, but definitely it is a priority of mine to definitely make sure to keep that continuity.
Do you find you're critical of your own stuff?
Oh yeah, I hate my stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I don't look at my stuff constantly.
Get it done and get it out of the way, and then
no, it's not even that. Very rarely will I look at something I did, and I just look at mistakes.
Right.
And
it's the same with everything. I'm a joiner, so if I've done something wrong, I know where that. I don't want to say that.
Yeah. I've always been the kind of person not to be able to take. I don't take compliments well either.
Right.
And but at the same time, I take the negative stuff very seriously. So I'm like one of those people. I don't know. Very very rarely do I. There's a rope piece that I did, and I'm actually very proud of that one. Just because it came out so easily, and I had the idea, and I penciled it in a day, and I colored it in a day, and I just had so much fun doing it.
Yeah.
I guess that's the kind of stuff that, as I look back on fondly, it's like, that was actually a really fun thing to draw.
You really enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think a major reason behind it is I drew it for fun. So there's no pressure there.
Okay.
So.